Hello and welcome to the second episode of the Tiger podcast. Today joined by Lennon. We had Ethan last time, we got Lennon this time, we'll have both of them together, fingers crossed next time.
Yep.
So this one, just going to be looking back at pre-season, any news, reviewing the signings, looking at the kits, and obviously previewing our opening game of the season, Swansea. Because what's better than an opening day trip to Wales?
Be a tough game.
It will be a tough game. But first, I think we've got to start with our new captain, Eric Lehigh. Thoughts?
Surprised me a bit. Again, Mixon was rumoured to leave, but thought he would have still got the armband even.
I know. It was strange that, because I looked at, because when we had the Mansfield game in pre-season, Henriksen was playing,
Yeah.
but Lehigh was captain, and I was like, hang on, what's going on here?
He's been rumoured to leave, but I can't see it happening.
I don't see him leaving. Not until at least the end of the season, anyway. Or maybe January if the Allies are that desperate to get money for him.
Exactly. Getting sick of the elements, just getting rid of our best players just because they need the money.
See, you get loads of fans like, oh, we want our 8-9 million from Maguire. No, we don't. I personally don't want it. Because where will it go?
It's just going to go to the elements bank account.
It'll go towards another 5 Lamborghinis.
Exactly, they just don't get what I was so happy that he's going to go to Man United and then we're going to get money, what he's going to come to the
Oh
club.
yeah, we're going to get 8-9 million. Oh yeah, it'll pay for a couple of players' wages. We can maybe get one good signing with that and pay the wages from them.
Of course we can't.
Of course we can't. We're owned by the Scrooge that is Aston Lamb.
I know everyone will be happy once they leave. Can't see it happening in the near future, but hope that is very soon.
And then, so Lehigh, do you think will be a good captain?
Yeah, I reckon he's quite a vocal player. He's a good player as well. Do a good job as captain, I reckon.
I think he'll stay captain for quite a while as long as he's here, I imagine.
Yeah, I can see that.
And then Jackson Irvine, the new vice captain.
I'm quite happy with that. He's been a good player. So.
I thought that was going to happen straight at the start of last season, straight at the end of last season, sorry, when he was captain for that Bristol City game.
Yeah.
When Marshall didn't play, Campbell didn't play, and when Henriksen was injured.
Exactly. I think if he ever needs to be captain for a game, he'll do a good job. He's a good player, and he will do.
He'll work, won't he?
Yeah.
He will. So, like, what do you think all this means for Henriksen?
Well, Bruno's been leaving. I'd like him to stay because
I'd love him to stay. He's a lovely, lovely bloke.
Exactly. He's in my opinion, one of our best players. We've had him quite a while. Class player. Gets stuck in and just does a good job.
He's had his difficult times, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Like right at the start of Leonard Slutsky's tenure, right at the start of Nigel Adkins' time. In the Premier League, he didn't look that great.
No, he
Because
didn't.
he was someone that Bruce was looking at for a long time. He came in on loan with an obligation to buy, and we were like, oh yes! This guy's supposed to be better than Diarmi.
Exactly.
He didn't really show it in his first season. Towards the end of the second one, with Adkins, he played really, really well. He played so well. And when he got the captaincy, I was like, oh, that's brilliant. Then he dropped off again. Then he got better. As the team got better, he got better.
He's turned into a strong player, always getting stuck in, doing like the best he can in his class.
He's a brilliant individual as well, because he's good at just communicating, sending players to the place. So I'm a bit gutted for him, but McCann said he understands. Because if your captain's rumoured to go, it's not great, is it?
I mean, it's good that I did sit down and talk to him about it instead of just taking it off him and didn't talk to him about it also. Good to see how he's done that.
That's good for the club. Right, then, so next on the agenda is our new signings. So should we start with Matt Ingram?
I've heard of him, people saying he's the best keeper, but Can't be too bad.
I really liked him in pre-season. When I saw him against Amiens, he looked like a really good keeper. He made some really, really good saves. But it was the team that let him down, because in that Amiens game, he gave the ball away too much.
Exactly. I mean, the people who said he wasn't good was QPR fans, so you can just presume they just...
But realistically, he was sat third choice for them, wasn't he? So
Yeah,
you
exactly.
can imagine them to say that.
won't get him much
I
games.
imagine he'll be second choice for us as well.
Yeah.
He'll be in our cup, goalie, and then I'll find get.
And that's what George Long, first choice.
George Long will be first choice.
I'd like to see Mannion go out on there and getting games out as well.
I'd say with Charlie Andrew out on loan and Harrison Firks not ready yet,
Yeah.
I think Mannion will stay because in case Long or Ingram get injured, we need that person to step in.
Exactly.
Step in on the bench, do a solid job.
Yeah.
Tom Eaves.
And much about him other than he has done a good job last season and in a struggling side. So
I mean, he looked pretty good in training. It was just always just bringing the balls down, laying it off.
yeah.
And it looks like that's the sort of player he is. He's not the sort of like Fraser Campbell where he'll just be constantly at the defender.
Exactly.
He'll just be sitting off, hoping that they make a mistake, then pounce. And I think we'll be looking for like the long ball to him or a cross.
Tall player, not the fastest, but he'll be able to hold the ball, get like win the headers and do a job.
He will. Best League One striker for the last couple of years.
Yeah, I reckon he'll do a very good
I
job.
think like McCann, he'll let the step up to the Championship quite well, to be honest.
Yeah, I know. I mean, people say we're getting relegated, but I was surprised with the amount of times we've made, and I reckon we've got a good chance of just mid-table, nothing too bad.
Yeah. Then we've got Josh Bowler.
Heard quite a bit about him. Quite a good winger for Everton, fans to say. He's quite a good, exciting prospect, and he does look good.
Yeah. I mean, Marco Silva's probably had a bit of an influence on him coming to the City.
Yeah, that's probably.
I mean, I think he said in his opening interview that he spoke to a lot of the coaching staff that are there, because I think all but one of Silva's staff were at City with him. That's because his number two moved on to management
Yeah.
in Portugal, but his first team coach, goalkeeping coach, worked with him here.
Yeah.
So you imagine they said nothing bad about the club.
Exactly. One of them was probably, like you said, had a word and said, if you've got a choice, go to all, I'll like to go.
Yeah.
Good there.
I mean, he scored his first goal for us against Doncaster as well,
Equaliser.
which was pretty good.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, he wants a place, doesn't he?
Yeah, definitely.
And if Grzycki's out of form, McCann's ready to pop him in there,
Yeah,
because McCann said he'll pick players on form, not pedigree.
exactly. What I saw people saying if Tommy ever gets injured, they could just play three up front.
Stick Bowen up top.
Stick Bowen up top,
Play
Bowler on the
Bowler.
right, and Grzycki on the left, which I think could work.
Which would work, yeah. And then, if you think, we've got good wingers now.
Yeah.
We've got Bowen, we've got Grzycki, we've got Bowler for the season, we've got David Milinkovic, who had a bit of an injury against Amiens and then didn't turn up to train in the last 2 days.
He doesn't like to take, he wants the spot, he's got to start.
And coming to train.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, in the words of my dad said, oh, he's a bit of a something head, to be fair. Because, the capability, it's too long, isn't it? When I went to training last season ahead of the Sheffield United game, he was the first one over to the fans. First one. You think, oh, first one over to the fans. Oh, he's a real fans man.
Yeah.
Didn't speak to us at all. Buggered off over before, like Jared Bowen had even come over.
Yeah.
And, not great that.
No, not at all.
So you can see why Atkins had a few problems with him. And I didn't ask Grant McCann about it, but like, he had any attitude issues from McCann as well. He didn't turn up to the first 3 days of pre-season training.
Yeah, I remember hearing about all that, and it's just, it basically he's just saying if he wants a spot he's got to start going, but it looks like he just don't want anything.
And then we've got Ryan Tappers early.
Where was it? Was it
Peterborough, yeah. Worked with McCann before. Was on trial with us, really impressed while we were out in Marbella.
Scored against Lincoln Ready.
Yeah, Lincoln Ready
Yeah.
in the second half to win us the game.
Which, not bad at all.
I mean, he's a giant as well. So, you know, you got to, I think he'll be a solid bench player for us, a bit like what Mazuk was like when he was fit for us last year. Just never like starting but ready to shore things up, whatever, a bit like what Ridgewell did. But fingers crossed Tappers are just that little bit better.
Yeah, same with McLaughlin.
Yeah, Sean McLaughlin. I think this year for him just be like developing.
Yeah, supposed to turn into quite a good.
And he's supposed to turn into quite a good player.
I can see it. It does seem quite good.
Yeah. And that's all signed so far, but we are linked to Ben Marshall,
I've seen that.
who's just been released by Norwich.
Yeah, and I heard that it was on our radar. Now it's been released to make a lot easier to sign. It won't be a bad signing at all.
And then we're looking at Herbie Kane as well. We've been looking at him all summer from Liverpool. Saw it on Twitter this morning.
I've never heard of him. Assuming he's obviously young then.
Young Liverpool winger, yeah.
I think.
Ooh, it says here, City's new signing Sean McLaughlin will join St Mirren on loan. That's very recent from the Irish Examiner. So obviously McCann wanting to bring him on. But he's just signed McLaughlin, but he's looking at Celtic's Jack Hendry as well. Another young centre-back, so
Trying to make a lot of signings, which I'm quite happy with.
I mean, he's preparing for the future, isn't he?
Yeah.
But we've got Reece and Geordie for that. They're
Exactly.
good now.
They're not, well, young as well.
I know Geordie's like, what, 22, like 23?
23, 22.
Reece is like the same
Yeah,
age.
exactly.
So
We've got quite a few years in, hopefully they stay at the club for a while and they do a good job to get a great partnership.
they are simply really good. So we're going to talk about the youngsters now. We're going to discuss Keane Lewis Potter, Jacob Greaves, youngsters like that who have spent time at Cottingham throughout pre-season, just see what we think their chances are.
Yeah.
So we'll start with Keane.
Heard quite a bit about him, quite in, obviously the academy did very good.
Keane looked a brilliant player in
Yeah.
training, honestly, right? Ball pinged over to him, brought it down on one foot, on the turn, smashed it past Will Manion, and George Longchamp went, "Oh, Keane!"
Yeah, he's supposed to be a very good young striker now.
Academy Player of the Year last year. He had a bit of time out on loan where Jacob Greaves said it, he didn't get the game time that he wanted. And I think Grant will be pushing for a loan move for him to get him out there into the men's game properly.
Exactly.
Just to bring him on that little bit more so he's not just sat in our reserves.
It's like with Jacob Greaves, it's good if he doesn't just be stuck in like under 23s
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah, that's exactly who we were about to talk about.
Yeah.
Jacob Greaves, I mean, it'll make for a good end of season podcast if he goes out on
Yeah,
loan.
exactly.
He said to us off camera, me and Ethan, that he would come on if we wanted him to at the end of the season. If he went out on loan, it'd be brilliant. It'd be a nice little story to talk to him about.
I'd like to know how he did, if he goes out on loan and how he got on.
And realistically, I thought like, oh no, don't send him out on loan, but it's good for him.
Yeah,
It will
very
be
good for
really,
him.
really good for him if he just sticks himself out on loan.
Yeah.
Other youngsters that have been up in Cottingham are Lewis Ritson,
Yeah, I've heard.
under 23s captain. Good, he's a
Centre back.
good little defender,
Yeah.
tall, you know, got a good head on him, good head of ginger hair,
But I knew you were going to say that.
yeah.
Right.
So Lou, I think he'll be very much just playing number 23s again, but always up at Cottingham, if you know what I mean. Just always there in case.
And then Max Sheaf.
She's gone out on loan to Cheltenham, hasn't he?
Yeah, I hope he gets on there, does a good and
He's only there till January,
Yeah.
but I think that will really bring him on.
Yeah,
I think Grant's only sent him there till January just in case we have that like midfielder crisis where say like Torral's injured,
exactly.
Hendrickson buggers off,
Yeah.
Irvine, Batty, Stewart, loads of them are injured.
Mm.
He can just call Max Sheaf back, and then also wait in the wings. Got Billy Chadwick. He's been in and around the first team for quite a while. Only this season has he really like broken into to the first team in pre-season. Got a couple of chances.
Yeah.
Same with Ahmed Salam,
Yeah.
but I think they look pretty good.
Yeah. I know.
Then Tyler Hamilton's been up there as well. Who else has been there? Charlie Andrews gone out on loan, the young goalkeeper.
Yeah.
So I say we're looking quite good on the future
Oh
front.
yeah, future for players are looking very good and
Players
progress
are looking
into very good championship players if we
very,
see.
very good. What's next? God, I know it's right. Kits. What do you think of the kits?
I like
kit.
No, I like
Yes.
it a lot. It's not as obviously it's not original, like obviously just stripes. It's
I don't get why loads of people hate it. It's lovely.
I love it.
I love it. And the away kit as well. It's
Yeah.
just got that same sort of detail, hasn't it? Which that is nice.
Yeah, exactly. Like, the home kit is just completely different to what we're used to with the normal stripes. What gets boring, and then I enjoyed it when I saw it. I proper liked it. Very
Yeah.
nice kit.
Then we had, well, let's go to the away kit actually. The away kit got a nice little like detail on the trimmings that are on
Yeah.
the end of the sleeves. Got a nice little pattern on the front which is quite fake,
Yeah.
like faded, but you can see it. So it's quite a nice kit. Then you got a goalkeeper one as well, which is real nice.
Yeah, I liked it. But what people say what I can't do is the badge just looks a bit like different on it really.
To be fair, I've got used to the badge now.
Yeah.
You know, I felt when when first badge got released, how I got the AFC on
Yeah,
it.
I am a massive fan of it, but just gonna have to get used to it at the end of the day.
I quite like it now.
Yeah.
It could be worse.
Yeah, it could be a lot worse.
Judging by some of the stuff they sent out for the fans to vote on,
Yeah,
Jesus
exactly.
Christ, it could be worse.
I mean, imagine if we had one like what Leeds was going to have.
Gaviscon!
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Honestly, we could have had a badge which didn't even have a tiger on it. It would have just had like a Humber Bridge logo.
exactly. No one would have liked it one
But
bit.
it needs a 1904 on it, doesn't it?
Just of course it does.
Because that's become like a trademark.
Yeah.
So if Bayer Leverkusen say anything about 1904, if they ever come here for like a Europa League, a Championship game, Champions League game, we'll be having you.
And can never see some Champions League. I mean, everyone would love to see it.
I know.
But that's just
Fingers crossed to like come to Tottenham or something, and then we can bully them for showing. Bayer Leverkusen since 1904, yeah. So, we've got a nice selection of kits.
yeah, very nice kits as well.
Jacob Greaves said off camera that the third kit's even nicer.
I haven't seen that yet.
He hasn't come out yet. But he's heard from guys inside the club who work closely with Umbro. It's quite nice. I hope it's just something that's like out there,
Yeah,
and the Umbro are just like, you know what, who cares anymore?
yeah.
We've made the championship into a safari with Derby's zebra stripe sleeves, City's tiger print shirt. We're allowed to go out there now.
Yeah, I like
And
the
they
kit.
are, because Umbro, throughout the Premier League and Championship, I think have made the best kits.
Oh yeah.
As a collective, they've made the best kits.
Yeah.
Like Arsenal's kits by Adidas are nice, but overall, Umbro have made the best kits.
One of the kits I liked is, I think it was not last season 4, a fair kit, the blue one.
Yeah.
That was
That was a good one.
a very nice kit. Umbro do a good job.
Umbro do a good job.
Yeah, I know.
And I can already predict that next season we'll have a black and white kit.
Yeah.
Because we always alternate black and white.
Yeah, I know you always do that.
So we can predict that very, very early. Right now,
Strongest
we're
team.
just going to talk about what we think our strongest team is. So who are you going for in goal one?
Most probably George Long in between
George Long, I
six.
think, is our strongest
Yeah.
team, without a doubt. He knows the club. It's just...
Didn't get much game time last year, but
And he got very, very unlucky, I thought, with his game time, because
coming up against like Sheffield United.
it was all the goals he conceded, right? Derby, the Carabao Cup, conceded 4, none of them were his fault. Millwall, the first one he couldn't do anything about, the second one was a stupid free kick that Mazuch gave away.
Yeah, exactly.
Against his first game, Sheffield United, in the league, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Couldn't do anything about those goals. The first one was just ridiculous. Second one was an alright strike. The third one, Todd Kane didn't know how to mark.
Exactly. It's just
So he couldn't do anything. Swansea ones where he conceded the 2, couldn't really do anything about them. Then Bristol City, it was a roller coaster of a game with goals constantly being disallowed or whatever,
exactly.
but he couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah.
He just couldn't. It was impossible for him. So this year, so we can like him on a bit. Right back. So we've either got Robbie McKenzie or Eric Lehigh.
Well, it's
Going to be the captain.
Yeah, it's got to be Lee Hart.
It's going to be the new skipper.
I mean, I'd like to see Mackenzie kind of
Because
get down this year and put
he started off as a right back, then Atkins moved into centre back last season. Then now McCann's using him as more of a right back in the season.
I'd like to see him just knuckle down, and I reckon he's got potential to be quite a good defender.
And then we're going with Lehigh then.
Yeah.
Then at centre back we've got our options of Burke, Device, Mackenzie, Tapazurli and McLaughlin. If you don't know what
I mean, it's always going to be out like the famous partnership you've got to call it, Device and Bear.
Device and Burke, 100%.
Yeah.
Left back, Kingsley or Fleming. Fleming's got potential. Fleming will stay around the first team this season quite a lot,
Yeah.
but it will be Kingsley just because Fleming's not quite
Kingsley,
at the level we want him yet.
Kingsley's not really had it easy, as he's had quite a few like injuries, and it's just not been great for
I
him.
know it's hardly been great his time for City,
Yeah, exactly.
but fingers crossed can knuckle down now.
Mm.
Then we've got let's say McCann's 4-3-3 is what we're going. Defensive midfield.
Defensive midfield.
He's got one defensive midfielder, 2 a bit further on. So I think that will be Dan Batty.
Yeah, I'd like to see him because he's a good player, nice guy, and I'd like to see him.
Then I think our 2 in front of him, it'll be Henriksen and Irvine.
Yeah.
And if Henriksen doesn't go,
Then
Kevin Stewart can step in there really
exactly.
easily. Batty could maybe move forward and Stewart could sit in as the more defensive one.
Yeah, he did a very good job last season. I thought one of our best players, Stewart. A lot of them were, to be honest, near the end of the season where we pushed on for playoffs. Obviously, it was.
Honestly, never got anywhere near.
I mean, still enjoyed the push. And it was quite good, but couldn't really see what happened.
I mean, so then on the right,
It's obviously
it's got to be the star man playing on the right as the song goes.
Yeah,
Named Jared Bowen,
and
he's dynamite.
yeah, very good player. All people saying most probably one season, wonder when he had that real good season, but no, he says
If anything, he started off well under Slutsky, then went right off the boil when Atkins came in.
yeah, exactly.
Didn't score until like the penultimate game of the season, I think.
Mm.
Then he came back in last season, firing. Clubs after him. Steve Bruce, you're not getting him at Newcastle because he's staying here.
I think he will stay this season. I can't see. I mean, yeah, there's a lot better clubs than us, like attracting.
Yeah, definitely.
I think he'll stay.
He will stay. Then on the left, Grzycki, Bola or Milinkovic.
I'd like to see, obviously, Grzycki, but I want to see Bola get a bit of game time as well.
See, if Grzycki just doesn't perform, like he did for most of last season, it'll be Burla.
Yeah.
But I think for now it will be Guzicki.
Yeah.
And then up top, Tom Eaves, and then there's Nua Dicker to step in, Kim Lewis Potter to step in.
I'd like to see Potter get a bit of game time.
Yeah. As our super subs as well, we've got Burla, we've got Dicker, we've got players like Terrell who can step in and do a job.
Yeah.
Tafazur can easily fill in for Beck or Device if they get injured. Or if, say, Lehigh gets injured and Beck has to move out to right back,
He can do that.
which we saw last season. That'll work
I think it's
pretty
good.
well.
Good with the signings. Lot of squad depth now. Hopefully make a couple more signings, but
Yeah. So, thoughts, what do we think of the Swansea game in our
Well,
last 2 minutes?
we had them near the end of the season last year. 2-2 a bad result. I feel like we can get another result like that.
There was a happy hunting ground for Nua Dicker that day.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think he can maybe pop up again from the bench.
Yeah.
Then if we just kick on. I mean, I'm gonna leave mine for the preview, but Lennon, what are you thinking? Predict the score now. Because we've
I'd
got
say 1-1 or 2-1.
1-1 or 2-1. Right, that's where we're going to end it. Follow Lennon, Instagram and